2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I don't know why they ever go 1, 2, 3, testing. 1, 2, 3, testing. 1, 2, 3. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There are other numbers, but welcome everybody. It's your host with the most, Griever, as always, bringing you guys the return of Miscellaneous, the comic done by Ben Marsh himself. Chapter 20, reaction. Chapter 20 reaction. This is going to be a lot of fun. This is going to be a fun time. It's first chapter back. Should be a good time, right? I think we'll have a stellar time. So without further ado, I hope you guys like the new layout for the Misc comic chapter reactions and that kind of stuff. You know, we had to have Clover as our, everyone was probably thinking like, you're going to have Mist down in the corner for your new layout, right? Because I always have somebody, well, here, there, yeah, because the camera's reversed. There in this corner, right here, is where I have, of course, a character represented, right? But it was kind of hard with some of Band's art. Not his fault, but just the effects that he used, in Fireworks and Post, to really trace out anything that looked nice, right? But this one of the 10... of the 10 supers, or the 10, what do they call it? The 10 deities. The 10 deities, they look pretty badass. They look pretty cool. And who better to represent than that handsome figure right there with the ponytail in the background? Christ knows what character that is, but I have a feeling he is going to be amazing. Or she could be a flat-chested woman with a ponytail. Who knows? And also, of course, we have to showcase the most badass female in the series thus far, Clover. We had to showcase her. Everyone said, like, why didn't you showcase Koji or Neo or Miss? It's like, nah. I got Clover. Representing from now on until Misk or Neo or Koji, until Tokyo, until they do something spicy, something incredible. All I know is that we got Clover, so we don't need anything else. You know what I mean? We got Clover, so it's all good. But yeah, so how's everybody doing? Tonight? We might as well start the timer. This is unfortunately probably going to be a little bit shorter. Where's my timer at? There it is. The timer. All right, we're starting the timer. 10 minutes in counting, and we will jump. So yeah, so we're gonna be reading Miscellaneous chapter 20. You guys already know that and stuff. But how's been your guys' week? How's life? I'm pretty stressed out right now. Honestly, that's why I don't really want to stream too long. I'm behind on supper. I'm behind on a lot of chores. There's a lot of bullshit going on. So, and I'm not going to bore you guys with the details, but it's March Madness in the government. If you guys don't know what that means, pretty much end of the year budget for the government. So they want to spend all that penny pinching money they've done for 11 months. They need to power spend it, but there's only so many hours in a day. You know what I mean? There's only so many hours in a day that you can spend that much money, without looking like you're doing it on purpose. So it's always a stressful time for us contractors who work for the feds. So yeah, so there's a lot of that. I got side jobs going on, just bullshit stuff with the wife and stuff, So, so this stream will probably be about an hour. About an hour, and then I will be on. Hopefully, I'm gonna have to find some time to eat, and then I hopefully will be on Nia D. Hemming's Twitch channel, and later on you guys can check it out on YouTube. He's doing his History Month on Naruto. He started with Bleach. That was a 5-hour podcast. It was a great time. I might not be able to stay with the whole thing since it starts so late, but I believe it's starting at 10 o'clock, so definitely go check that out as well. I'll be a part of that, part of the Naruto bashing. But it's not full Naruto bashing, just so you guys know. It's not full Naruto bashing. So, but yeah. It's going to be a good time. We're going to talk about the good aspects of the series alongside the bad. What made Naruto popular. Nia's always got Nia runs a podcast, right? He brings up about 12 to 15 topics, and then we go through them. In a very systematic, very interview, very professional style. So, looking forward to that, right? So, we'll be doing that. Justin is in here and says, sup. So does Caden. Justin says, Clover is best girl. That is true. Caden said, Hades should be the king of the gods. And personally, I think he's the strongest of the three. I do too. I've got no reason to believe that Hades is not stronger than Zeus. All we've seen him so far is just not underestimate his opponent. You know? And he's figuring out his attacks. You know what I mean? We got a bot in here. That's hilarious. Justin says, my day has been good. I hope that your day gets sorted out. Yeah, it's just a week. It's going to be a month like that, you know. Family drama, wife drama, work drama. There's no not drama, you know what I mean? So, but yeah. Band is in here and says, yo, hope you enjoyed chapter 19.5 and 20. Oh, that's right. There's a 19.5. There's 19. We get to read a special sort of, we're back, chapter, and then we get into chapter 20. That's right. We'll be doing both. Even though it says only chapter 20, we'll be doing both. Caden said this chapter should be pretty good. It should. Jakester EZ says, sup. Just says, if you wanted to spend a lot of money fast, the government should just old copies of games, because I swear those shit cost millions. Yeah, you're not wrong. So one of the big problems is that, like, for example, I'm one trade, right? Like, you have, I'm an electrician, so you have electrician budget, you have carpenter budget, you have plumber budget, you have all those budgets, right? You want to use up that money, because otherwise the government is going to look, every year, they're going to look at your new budget, and they're going to say, well, you only needed, let's say $1 million this year. So why would we give you $1.5 million to spend next year if you only used $1 million the last 2 years? You only need $1 million, so they'll only give you $1 million. You lose some of the budget. This is some of the corruption of the government in the end, but I like my cake and to eat it too. So it is what it is. So at the end of the day, what happens is, they try to power spend, but the thing is they need to justify it. Like, I'm an electrician, they need to justify it as electrical. I can't just go out to Best Buy and buy a $5,000 television and charge to the government being like, hey, I bought this for you, you wanted one. They're going to be like, why is an electrician on electrician budget buying us the TV? That comes out of a different budget, So you got to be really careful with that shit, otherwise you get your hand slapped. So it's just always stressful. They want you to spend the money, but then stop, then spend, then stop. It's kind of annoying. Joseph said, Naruto, in my opinion, has really, really good parts. Okay, yeah, sure. And some really, really bad parts. That's true, too. And I can switch drastically from bad to good in between episodes. Yeah, it's very roller coastery. Caden said, did you hear President Putin got his 9th degree black belt revoked? Did he really? I don't think you can revoke somebody's skill, It's sort of like, that makes no fucking sense, okay? Unless it was an honorary title. It's like, if I become a doctor, right, from, like, Harvard, and I get my doctorate, and it's on the wall, and I go do some Hitler-Putin level shit, the university can't revoke my doctorate. I'm still a fucking doctor. I still went through the process. I still have a doctorate. If he's still a 9th black belt karate master, them saying he's not doesn't make it true. That sounds stupid to me. But anyways, unless it was honorary, that's hilarious. Joseph said, we can go on rants for hours about why Sakura is one of the worst characters I have ever seen. In fact, Naya's got a great point, and I won't spoil it, but there won't be as much Sakura bashing as other YouTubers. I'm just saying. Joseph said, Caden looks like we won, boys. Putin isn't a black belt. Yeah, that's the W. That's the W, right? Woo, we winning hard. Okay, so we got another 3 minutes to kill. What else? We have 5 viewers in here and only 2 likes. What's going on with that, people? Bounce those numbers up. Come on. I know Justin, Caden, and Band are all in here. Why do I not have the boost? I think Misk is streaming right now. That's why Neve and Misk aren't here. Probably Clover, too. So the stream's probably going to suck for views, because Misk is just non-stop streaming. But I mean, that's cool. He wants to do that. That's cool. So I wasn't going to drink today, but I got some, and I don't really want to share it right yet, but it's kind of personal, but I got some shitty news. today. Well, I shouldn't say that. It's potentially bad news. Just have to wait and see. You know what I mean? I got some shitty news today. Everyone else is pretty cool about it, and everyone's saying the same thing, like don't stress about it until you find out for sure and stuff like that. But and it is what it is. But yeah, I'm the type of person that sort of like stresses sort of preemptively, and then I've sort of worked it out of my system, and I get used to that level, or I get used to that level of stress, and then I just go. But it is what it is, right? And thank you guys. You boosted the likes. Fantastic. I'm going to stop bitching. I should stop bitching. Caden said, some other famous black belt of Taekwondo thinks Putin is not as good as he claims. Thinks. Oh, okay. And Justice said, I would like to see how they try to stop me from bashing Sakura until the end of time. I mean, it's not that you stopped Sakura bashing. It's that there are actually worse characters than Sakura. Believe it or not, in Naruto, there are worse characters, and there truly is. There truly fucking is. And I'm gonna let the other folks in that podcast make their points because I'm not gonna spoil anything here. But yeah, it's gonna be a fun time. So definitely, Nia D. Hemmings. Definitely, he's on YouTube and stuff, so his link to his Twitch is there and stuff. Definitely go check that out. Or if not, I'll be posting it in my suggestions promotions since I'll be on it. I'll be posting it in the Discord in the next day or so when he uploads it to YouTube, inevitably. Now, I might not be there for the whole thing if you guys are just there to hear my thoughts, but yeah, I don't even have the topic list yet. I think he's still making it. He's like, yeah, I really want to do that tonight. You game? And I'm like, yeah, sure, why not? So, yeah, he hasn't even sent me the topic list yet on Twitter. Last time he sent me the topic list on Bleach, and it was like half hour before he started, and he was like, yeah, hop in. I was like, I didn't even get that shit, man. I don't use Twitter. So, just said in Naruto, I would like to see. There you go. So maybe you'll be very interested. But we got another 30 seconds to kill. We'll probably pour ourselves another beer. Fuck, I'm getting hungry. It's good that the stream's going to be relatively shorter. Maybe we'll have another stream later. I know Band was sort of getting maybe excited for doing a VC after the fact or something. We might still do it depending on how short this goes. But, yeah, I definitely have to kill this after about an hour or so. We'll wait and see. Caden said, to be honest, Sakura is my least favorite spelt wrong character in Naruto. I would, something that was deleted. Okay, so we're done with that. 5 out of 5. Let's go into, Ben was right. Chapter 19.5, The Boy and the Girl. All right, so let's see. 19.5. Hey, all right, so we're still with Fuse and Clover by the looks of this. Hey, wouldn't it be best to leave the dimensional pieces alone? If the FR cult hasn't been able to get to them yet, why bother? Did you forget that they have Solo on their side? This is a repeat. If it's possible for the two of us to get one, then he could get them all with relative ease. So she's really either overestimating Solo, underselling herself, or some of the top people, like a certain unnamed person with a ponytail, and Solo are kind of broken. They sound kind of broken by this logic. Yeah. All right, this is this. Can you translate, Clover? I never really studied any of the mythic languages. All right, so the mythical languages. Okay, so we're doing the Deathly Hallows. See, Deathly Hallows actually did that shit right. That storyboard shit in the Deathly Hallows, Harry Potter, was fucking an awesome way to do storybook telling inside a movie with that weird animation. I would watch almost an entire movie done in that style, you know? But okay, so we're going to do the whole, like the chibi version, like, there once was a guy, Final Fantasy and Final Fantasy. You know, we're going to do that shit. Okay, so we got the trees. It's all in color, too. That's nice. Once upon a time, there was a young boy. Every day from morning until night, he would play with the animals that lived in the forest, okay? From the rabbits to the deers and even the bears. They had fun every day. But one day, the boy came across something he had never seen before. A young girl laying on the ground fast asleep. Okay. The young girl sat up and yawned. Sitting up, the boy could get a better look at her. Skin as white as snow, eyes darker than coal, and a tail twice the length of her body. He had never seen someone like her before. A tail or hair? I'm assuming it's hair. A tail twice as long as her body. But that hair doesn't look twice as long. Okay. She looked odd and abnormal to the boy. But despite all the differences, the first word to leave his lips were, "Wow, you're pretty, really pretty." I mean, yeah, like, beautiful. Seen that done before. The girl seemed cautious of the boy at first and refused to engage with him. Ran up a tree, apparently. No matter what he did, she refused to talk with him. Eventually, he gave up and continued his daily routine. "Rapunzel! Rapunzel! Let down your hair! Leave me alone, you fucking pervert!" Sounds like that's what happened. "Romeo, Romeo, where art thou, Romeo?" except in reverse. The girl stayed in the forest, watching the boy play with the animals day after day. It was the same routine every day, until one day she decided to ask, "Don't you ever get bored? You play the same games with the same animals every day." Actually, alright. Fair point. The boy wasn't sure how to respond. He had accepted she wouldn't talk to him, so the conversation caught him off guard. Flustered, he replied by saying, well, I never really thought about it like that. Sometimes, I guess." That's an honest response. Because, yeah, like, you think of the favorite activity, whether it's playing hockey, whether it's fucking eating maple syrup, whether it's riding polar bears in a great Viking style, or just playing your favorite video game. Whatever it is you do. Like normal people. Regardless of what it is you do and what you choose to do, your favorite activity, or like your top 5, if you repeat them every day, day in and day out, eventually they are going to feel boring. You know that game that you fell in love with? Do you really want to play it every day for the rest of your life? Really? Really? No new content, not an MMO or anything, which even they can get stale, even with new content. Can you really sit down, no matter how good Resident Evil 4 is, Ocarina of Time, what do some people love, like Halo for some stupid reason. Something like that. Can you really play it every day, same amount of time for the rest of your life, and still say you enjoy it as much as you did 5 days ago, 5 weeks ago, 5 years ago? I really doubt it. So, but it's an honest question and an honest answer. "Well, I happen to know this game that's super duper fun," she says. "Really? Can we play it?" "Oh, awesome. So you're going to discover a new..." "Yeah, alright." After pondering for a moment, the young girl decided to play with the boy and the animals. Oh, she does have a tail. Okay, it just wasn't drawn because Band's being a bitch. So she does have a tail twice as long as her body. Alright. As if all of her caution left her mind, the boy and the girl played like there were no tomorrow. Like there were no... Band. Exhausted, the boy said, "Hey, can we play again tomorrow?" "Sure," she said. "And this is a game I made up myself. That means I can add new rules to it. That way it doesn't ever get boring." "Wow, you're amazing. I never got your name." "Valu. That is my name. And you?" "Oh, cool name." "I'm Christopher." Christopher? It's Christopher. Okay. Yeah. I'm kidding, guys. But yeah. So it's Christopher. We're not going to call him Christopher. Christopher sounds so much better. Anyway, I'll see you tomorrow, Valu. The boy waved goodbye and left the forest, leaving the girl and animals behind. Wait, what? The boy waved and left the forest, leaving the girls and the animal... where does he come from, then? They played and played day after day, and just like that, the seed of friendship began to bloom. Sitting near the lake, the two talked. "So you're a monster? That explains why you look so different. Is your family the same?" "She's a monster." "Well, she's got a tail, yeah." "My mom and sister look like me, but my dad and brother look like skeletons." "Oh, necrophilia, anybody?" "Okay, we're doing necrophilia. And make sure you rate this R, bud." "You mean like spooky, scary skeletons? Ugh!" That's racist. I think it's more necrophilious than racist. So skeleton, is a skeleton really a race? It's not really an ethnicity, because if you got a black guy, an Asian guy, a human guy, and a monster, and they all have the same human bone structure, and they all die and become skeletons, there's no fucking way you're telling me you can tell, oh, that's clearly a black dude's skull. That's clearly the rib cage of a white man from Texas. That's what I'm saying. That's clearly a Kentucky rib cage right there. But that guy, he clearly from that there or across the dark continent there. Yeah, we don't associate with them. They drink all our lemonade. Like, no. It's not racist. It's necrophilious. It's skeletonist. But I don't see it as racist. I'm just saying. Inaccuracies carpet bombing their way through this band. Your colors can't distract me. I'm colorblind, motherfucker. Alright. Sorry. Don't apologize. You weren't racist. All the men of my race look like skeletons while the women look like pale. Look like pale? Look like pale. Oh, Jesus H. Christ. And have tails. That makes no fucking sense. But let's go. Let's see. Well, everyone in my race looks the same. Look the same. Well, in my race look the same. Yeah. Everyone in my race look the same. Yeah. Could be looks or look, yeah. Really? You've never seen another human before? No, you're the first one I've met. Then why not come to my village? There are lots of... Oh, so he lives outside. I get it. He comes to the forest to play. There are lots of people here and we can have way more fun. The young girl seemed hesitant, but responded with, well, if you say it's fun, I guess I can go. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Talking mushrooms. Here we go. Spy Kids reference. Boom, 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 boom. Ha! Alright. The two made their way out of the forest. But close to the village, the girl began to get cold feet. You're not getting married. You're going to the village. To be fair, they're going to be racist assholes against your tail. If you have a tail, it's racist. Tail, there's not tailism. There's skeletonism. There's necrophiliaism. There is ist. There is not tailist. That's just racist. Straight up. You got a tail, it's racist. Alright, sweating and shaking, she said, Christopher, this might be a bad idea. What's wrong? I'm scared. What if I get in trouble? Why would you get in trouble? Because we're not the same. Oh god, Bang gonna try to put some lesson in here. Oh shit. Bang gonna get deep now. Bang gonna do some Shaman King level shit. You gonna do some Full Metal Alchemist level shit. Let's go. I've heard that humans treat each other poorly because some are different. I think everybody heard that gun go off. Shots fired, if anything. What if they try to hurt me for being different? That is the smartest monster I have ever seen in my life. Of course they will. We treat each other like fucking monsters when we don't understand. Fear drives humans to insanity. I don't think anyone will hurt you because you're different. Plus, you're super pretty, so I think everyone will like you. But if anything bad happens, I'll be there to help you. The young girl lowered her head to hide her face and accepted the boy's words. The two of them continued their way to the village, but the young girl should have trusted her instincts. Oh no, you're not going to kill a little girl, man. You're not going to kill a little girl. Oh shit. You didn't just kill... You crucified in the middle of the village for all... This is some Spartacus shit. This is some... Listen, crucifixion happened long before Jesus, okay, Catholics? Sit the fuck down, okay? This is some fucking... Yeah, okay. Ooh. This is some BC fucking shit going on. This is some BC torture. This is the whole... Throw them in the river with a fucking weight down. If they rise out of the water, they're a witch. And then we stone them to death. If they drown in the river, they weren't a witch. But they're dead. Holy mother of shit. This is like Serenity. This is like, oh shit. Or Firefly. Yeah, the ignorance. Crucified in the village for all the villagers. Wait, in the middle of the village for all to see. She was stoned, spit on, and beaten. Jesus Christ, man, it's a little girl. The boy tried to tell the villagers there was nothing to fear, but their responses were, is he being manipulated by that thing? No sane person would defend a demon like that. And the good book says, thou shalt not suffer a witch to live. The good book, yeah. Only killed more thousands of people than any other religion in history, but it's a good book, trust me. Take a read. Don't take it too literally, but take it literally when we say, but don't take it too literally. Fucking morons. Religious people. He keeps defending that thing. Can we even be sure he's one of us anymore? Fear began to spread throughout the minds of the villagers. They tied up the boy and sat him next to the girl. A gun raised to her head, one of the village men screamed. Release him from your spell, you demon! Tears were streaming down the girl's face. The boy screamed, stop it! Valu isn't a bad person, and she didn't do anything to deserve this. You're all just being a bunch of bullies. Okay, there could have been harsher words than that said. The village man, driven by fear, aimed his gun at the boy. No, cries the girl. You keep defending her. It's because there's some demon too, right? That's right. Some demon that looks like a human. Before the boy could utter a word to defend himself, he fell backwards and dropped to the floor. The boy dying, and the girl seeing her first human friend murdered in cold blood right before her eyes, acted like a domino effect. The small event would lead to one of the most bloodiest and depressing of all wars. It was the start of the great skeleton... Mr. Band! I made the reservation at the restaurant like you asked. It's Kelfin Band. What are you reading? Oh, I picked this up from the used bookstore while I was waiting on you. It's an old book that I read as a child. I was surprised to see it there and just had to buy it. Oh, wait a minute. Band's the reincarnated kid. Calling it. He's either the kid reborn again with some powers or something. He's related to somebody. He's either related to the girl, he's the brother who survived this whole time, he hides his tail, or he's the boy that got murdered or some shit. Band's involved. Is it any good? The art in the book is quite poor, and some of the translations are a bit out of place, but it's entertaining, even a bit controversial. How so? To this day, people still are not sure if this book is a fictional story or non-fiction, an actual event that happened in the past. Well, I'd love to talk more about it and even share my thoughts. We do have a mission to complete, clap. So let's get going, shall we? Yes, sir. Next update, later today. Well, once again, I'm calling it right now. Band is involved with one of the two kids. It's either the brother or the girl, and he hides his tail, or the father, or something like that, and he's lived for hundreds of years or some shit. He's the brother of the boy, maybe, something like that, or he is the boy brought back in some way, reincarnated some way. He's involved. He's involved. I feel like that's like almost, that's like thrown at us that that's the case, you know? So that's, yeah. So, alrighty then. Before we continue on, quick short break, guys. Sorry about that. Just getting a phone call. I'll be right back. Okay, sorry about that, guys. It was just a quick little phone call about work. No big deal. As I said, work's nuts. I work really late Monday. I might not be doing the Kangen stream Friday because I got to work. I've got like 14, 15-hour days coming up. So Friday might be one. I work Sunday. I work Monday for 15 hours. I work a lot. I might not even make it on Saturday for the Pokemon tournament, and that's really going to suck. I was looking really forward to that, and I've had no time to practice yet, and I might not even make it, so I'll have to wait and see. I'm hoping to, at the very least, even if I don't make it, I hope to get the match in at some point, maybe on the Sunday or something, or like early Saturday with band or whatever, and then we'll have to go from there. But I'm not counting my chickens yet. We'll see how the rest of the week goes before I start saying, oh, I can't do this or I can't do that, right? I might get to the Kangen stream, and I might get to the tournament, right? So I'm not calling anything yet, but let's catch up with the chat. Let's see. Where were we? Caden said, Sakura is my least favorite spelt wrong character in Naruto. I dislike her more than the third Hokage and Denzo. Holy shit. Third Hokage wasn't bad. Ben said, Griever. Jesus, that's just 19. The website is being weird. Well, it's being... Actually, that played in perfectly as though that worked out fantastically, Ben. What are you talking about? It was like Clover was reading this story to us and didn't tell Fuse. You should use this. This actually works out fan-fucking-tastic. Because it means that Clover could read it, Fuse couldn't, sort of like the Robin lying to Crocodile thing with the poneglyphs. She read it, she just said, oh, it just says this, but she lied. Because she could read it, she read the whole story, maybe she didn't find significance in it, but if it becomes significant in Band's story, then Clover will know all about it and connect the dots. It was a perfect transition. I thought you did that intentionally. So, we'll talk about that. I'm hoping to get to the VC eventually. So, the website is being weird. Dario says, yo, what's up, Dario? Justice says, the boy got a specific kink if he finds that pretty. Well, I mean, it is what it is. Some people like feet. Justice said, am calling Child Protective Services. There you go. Hashtag cancel Christopher. Jake said, kick Christopher. Hashtags all around. Joseph said, I can call skeleton spooky. I had a skeleton as a friend one. That means I can't be skeletonist. Oh yeah, there's that old logic. Jake said, only a skeletonist would have that excuse. Exactly. Dario said, oh, you're going to see something beyond that, Griever. Ooh. Joseph said, trust me, I'm not skeletonist. I just don't like skeleton, and I'm not skeletonist. Jesus. Skin says, I have arrived. Grade A brutality. It is. Justice said, at Skin, you miss skeleton racism, but you're just in time for child murder. Oh, great. Justice said, everything fine until the pump action gets pulled out. That's true. Justice said, a girl and a boy meet each other, then they die. The end. Great Grimm's fairy tales, right? Justice said, wow, humans starting some war that kills thousands because of some stupid decisions that some people have made out of an irrational fear. Wow, not like that's happened possibly hundreds of times throughout history. Nah. Jake says, Band is really a skeleton piloting a flesh mech. That's disturbing as fuck, but okay. Anyways, we're caught up with the chat, ladies and gentlemen. We're 34 minutes into the stream, and now we are going to jump into the official chapter, Chapter 20, Artifacts, Part 4. Let's get through this. Maybe jump into the VC if Band and anybody else is available. We'll talk for a little bit longer, and then we'll have to end it. So, let's see. So, once again, Chapter 20 starts off the same way for some reason with the whole articles thing. Van said the website was being goofy, but I still think that that's the best. That's amazing for a translation for 19.5, and I think Van should actually make that canon. A glitch from the website. This is where you get good story building, inspiration, you know? It's like Otis said that one time, like he was like on a train and some shit happened and inspired like fucking Whitebeard or some shit, right? Like, that's what, or Toriyama did it or something like that. It was something stupid, and it was like, this inspired Master fucking Roshi. This inspired Whitebeard. This one little incident that it was a mistake. It just happened. Somebody dropped the bag and blah blah blah, and all these things happened. Somebody, so he should really use that. But anyway, so apparently the starting point is Kofa going, feels good to be back home. Oh, of course, because she's from the gourmet world. Is your home around this area? Says Ban. Okay, so we're following Ban now. No, my clan lives deeper within the second border, but all the air is the same here. Oh, okay. It's a lot more fresh than the air in human territory. Oh, that's right, we're in monster territory. I see, I'd like to meet your clan one day. Don't do that. After all, it isn't often you see a kitsune in human territory. Oh, do you want to go right now? It'd be a long journey, but I can take you. Maybe some other time, our mission. Oh, that's right. So they go, and there's another pyramid. Monster room. Oh, some more monsters coming out of nowhere. Ooh, alien, dragon, dick eyes. There's quite a few of them. Well, Kofa, I'll leave them to you. Huh? Wait, we're not going to work together? That's no good. If both of us stayed here and fought these monsters, what would happen if we were too tired to handle any problems above? We'd both be killed. This is something to smile about. Well, I'm sure you can handle it. Ban's art is actually, it's similar, but I feel like when he wants to add detail, he's adding just that little more. He spends like 5-10 more minutes on just making the character model look a little more solid. Maybe that's just me, because it's shot for shot. Like, I find the Kofa shots are a little more detailed than before, and a couple of the Ban shots. I know the simple ones he's doing for comedic effect, but yeah. Well, I'm sure you can handle it. You aren't limited to one ability like humans are. Bye-bye, Kofa. If you die, I'll just replace you with one of your relatives. This isn't something to joke about. All right. I'm walking up the stairs because I'm an asshole boss. I left my subordinate behind me to die. Oh. Shit, here we go. Another brain-dead human showed up. Oh, another square box. This guy with a lobster claw. Don't you guys get it? No matter how many of you weird cult people do I have to kill before you leave me alone? Ooh, the cult's been here. It's honestly just sad at this point. But it's always dudes that show up. Why can't it be a cute chick instead? A little more lively than the one Clover fought. I think you might be mistaking me for someone else. But if you're not interested in fighting, you can just lead me to the next room. Don't care, didn't ask, blah blah. I'm the guardian of the 11th temple and my name's Rappo. The moment you stepped into this room, I had to stuff you. Those are the rules. That seems a bit harsh. Well, why not have a little chat first? Maybe I can change your mind. Are they going to just sit back and drink? That'd be hilarious. Can we just please talk this out instead of... Boom. Here comes Kofa. What? Oh, a cat thing? Oh, come on. I just bought this. Those guys won't even let me finish my sentence, and I doubt they're interested in a peaceful solution. It's kill or be killed. While I'd rather not take a life, I won't allow them to take mine. First tail. Fireball. Oh, let me guess. Based on the 9 tails. I like it. All right. I like it. Boom, baby. Boom, 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 boom. Badsby style. Boom, baby. Boom, baby. Boom, boom, boom. Ha. Just firing out fireballs left, right, and center. Boom, boom, boom. I like the really dark, like almost leaking ink effects for the explosions. Kind of cool. Boom. Trying to speed blitz Kofa? Nope. No can do, sir. And fireball attack! Winged Dragon, Guardian of the Fortress, number 1! Yu-Gi-Oh! Let's do it. Poof. Rest in peace. Oh, nice. I hope Mr. Band is okay. Pack. Yep. Called it. They weren't actually fighting. They were sitting down. I was going to compare it to the Chad and, Kyoraku, fight in Soul Society, but Chad accepts the offer instead. And I was like, this is going to be the reverse, isn't it? But I did still call it. I called it. I said, yeah, he's actually going to be sitting down and then she slapped me. I mean, what's up with that? And they kind of be like, man, you just got to put yourself out there more, man. Like, you're just dating the worst type of women. Like, you got to get off that dating app. You got to get off that dating app. You got to go find yourself a real woman. You're just dating the wrong crowd. But let's see what they're actually saying. But maybe it's a good thing that they left. Wow, that's hilarious. Ha ha ha. They're chatting. Oh, you're finished already? Well, it was nice talking with you. Yeah, it was fun. Oh, by the way, would you mind giving me the artifact that's in this temple? Not at all. One moment. Thank you very much. Well, I'll be on my way. Take care. Let's go, Kofa. Now, did he convince him honestly, or is this his power? Like, his power is charisma or some shit. Right. Waves back. Pause. Oh, can you do one more thing for me? What is it? Please die for me. With pleasure. Well, seems our mission is complete. Next chapter on March 15th. Okay. Yeah, so I said there were two, I even called that too. There were two ways this could go down. One, he's just actually chatting with him, but the other one, he's controlling him in some way. Like his ability is doing this. He's like making him like complete, not so much Eisen, but more so like, who am I thinking of? Shit, can't think of it. But yeah. Yeah, but that was a pretty solid chapter. Okay, we got to see how band works and shit. That's some danger, stranger danger right there. Yeah, that's some stranger danger right there. So let's check back with the chat. Let's see. Band said you did the boom, boom, boom. Well, there you go. You got the boom, boom, boom. You got it. I didn't do it on purpose, actually. That's how I talk. This is how I talk. What is so wrong with the way I talk? You got some problem with the way I talk to you? Well, if you're a man, you speak up and tell me the way I talk to you is not respectful. Eh? Eh? You got a problem with that? Is he? Let's see. Bands had caught it. Justin message retracted. Skin said it's not anime if a character doesn't call out their attack names. I mean, that's true. So we got 6 likes, by the way. Thank you very much, guys. I appreciate that. We got about 15 minutes. I think we can jump into the VC if anybody's willing. Just said, should I accidentally deleted my comment? Yeah. Well, I'll jump in there in case anybody wants to chat for the next about 17 minutes or so. Yeah, we'll jump in here. Why not? Then I'll get my other shit done today. But great chapters. Let's just say it right now. Great chapters. Had a really good time. I like 19.5 actually a lot more than I thought I would. 20 was good because we got to see more of Band's abilities. We questioned, like, his ability is clearly to control people, and like it's like a friendship thing. It sort of reminds me of the Dongo from One Piece. You know, it's like complete obedience or some shit. So I'm not sure, but yeah, there's something there. Maybe it's charisma. I don't know. Just said I want more anime and manga like Jujutsu Kaisen, where things like people calling out their attack names are a canon thing that's actually a plot point, and we might get more of that. Who knows? Who the hell knows? Yeah. Okay. So child death 10 out of 10. Jesus, that right there is pretty morbid. Pretty morbid. Yeah, so for right now, we'll just jump into, if anybody cares, we'll jump into missed content, normal VC. We'll jump into the normal VC. If anybody wants to jump in there and chat, I don't know if Band's still listening, but we'll jump in here for a minute, a couple minutes if anybody's willing to just chat, and then we'll get the hell out of Dodge. Because as I said, I've got a last minute podcast to be a part of, which is going to be a lot of fun, and I still got to make supper, and I'm fucking starving. Jake says I give this 5 skeletons out of 5. See, now that was racist. No, it's good. It's good. That's skeletonists. And we don't approve of skeletonicists on this channel.
Yo.
Oh, there's Ben Marsh. How's Ben doing?
I'm doing pretty good. I'm pretty good. How about you?
Been better. Been a lot worse. I was in the hospital once, so I've been worse.
I get you. Well, I hope you enjoyed the chapters.
Yeah. As I said, 19.5 caught me off guard. I thought that'd be more of a shit post than a legitimate fucking chapter.
I'm pretty sure most did when they first saw it.
Yeah, well, actually, and as I said, I like the color palette idea, like the crayon style of color, drawing it in that style, and then I also appreciate, as I said, yeah, I know it's a grab from 19 and the website's all fucked up, but I'm serious. That would be such a good inspiration way because that felt natural. That felt like okay, it's 19.5. I'm just gonna remind you what where the story is coming from, and then we find out that Band is reading it in a book at the same time. It could be on a temple in a book. Because is it a real story? Is it fiction? I mean, clearly it really happened. So
Wait, can you give me 1 second, please?
sure. And in the meantime, Justin says, "Wait, I gotta go. See you later." All right, Justin. Thanks for stopping by. Appreciate it. Appreciate it very much. So yeah. Well, I enjoyed this. It was a fun little stream. We'll be playing more Diablo streams, as I said, when we have the opportunities. Um, you know, depends on my work schedule, ladies and gentlemen. It is what it is. For a lot of these things, actually, for a lot of this shit, I'm just one guy trying to make my way in the universe, as they say. And I really can't fix my hair at all. All I do is fuck it up even more because the camera's so reversed. Oh well. It is what it is. I got cockatoos everywhere. Whatever. But when Ban comes back, we'll talk to Ban for a few minutes before we end the stream, of course. We'll see if he gives us any cool insights and the like.
Hello?
Yo.
Alright, yeah, I'm back.
Okay.
What is up? I added Neve playthrough just in case they wanted to come in and chat for a bit.
Yep.
But yeah, I'm really glad that you enjoyed 19.5, but it seems that a few people found it a bit disturbing.
See, that was good. I was surprised how dark you went with it. Where I think where everyone expected it to be a shitpost, and then it became something serious and something by the looks of it. All right, let's do some questions for the author and see if he can answer them. Okay?
Wait, I'm sorry, give me one more moment.
Yep, no problem.
Already. Now I'm back.
All right. So question number 1 is 19.5 canon.
Yeah, it is.
Okay, it's canon. Now,
It's canon chapter.
here is the once again. I think you should purposely, if you ever have to re-release or do anything, right? Make that part of chapter 19 as the official start of 19.5. That flowed so perfectly. As I said, I compared it to the crocodile Robin thing and stuff like that. It's like they were reading. She's reading a poneglyph. She doesn't tell Fuse, but this is the story that didn't matter necessarily to Clover, but she did read it. And then when we jumped to Ban, like because we went from real style to crayon style and then back to real style, that actually worked better. Like I don't know if I would have enjoyed it as much had that glitch not happened.
Well, I guess I'll take credit for it then.
Yeah, and as I said, whether it comes up again or not is sort of irrelevant. But I would legitimately try to use that as a canon thing that happened. That on that wall, it wasn't just here's the rules of the temple. This story was there, and and then because it just like you understand what I'm saying. You start the chapter off assuming that's the beginning. You remember, okay, so Clover could read it, Fuse couldn't. We don't really know everything it said, sort of like the Robin Poneglyph thing. Then you tell us this whole story. It seems legit, and then Band is another member of the 10 most powerful is reading the book from a library all of a sudden and going, oh, well, whether it's true or not. And it's like, we just read it in an ancient language. Now we're reading it in a children's book. It's making it more suspect, you know? Like, did it really happen? Is it relevant? You know what I mean? So, happy accident might have just built better lore for you.
True. That's actually kind of insane.
Yeah. So, I mean, it just, like, the cutoff point couldn't have been any better, you know, for where the glitch happened. So, but anyways, no, I really liked 19.5. It was dark, but it was good. And 20 was, well, I like 19.5 more overall, but 20 was good in the sense that I think because 19.5 we didn't know where this was going and what it was involved. It was a little more. Where at 20 we sort of knew, okay, so now it's basically what we just saw with Clover and Fuse. We're about to see with Band and Kofa. And they're just going to go to the temple. They're going to try to get one of the pieces, blah, blah, blah. And it was still exciting. It was cool to see, okay, Kitsune from the monster world. 9 tails are clearly the ability, not limited to one, as Band points out. We can sort of theorize about how Band's ability works in some respects, you know.
Right.
So there's, yeah. Either way, I thought both 19.5 and 20 was a good hit in the ground running start back to the series, I think.
I am indeed glad to hear.
Yeah. I didn't see anything that I was like, what's that about? You know what I mean? Like everything was.
Right.
But clearly, the Temple Guardians are all based in the same weird, like you sort of have a template design and you shift it up, but they all have, you can tell when they're Temple Guardians. Because you had the sort of that scar thing across the face of both of them. Different shapes, but the same idea, you know? So,
yeah.
So, I mean, that's kind of cool because it shows a significance. Sort of like when you're running through an RPG and you see a dragon, you recognize, doesn't matter how many RPGs you've played, you know a fucking dragon when you see one.
Right.
So, that was pretty cool. And Jake says, no mistakes, only happy accidents. And that's what I'm saying this was. This was a very happy accident that the website glitched out because I think it enhanced 19.5 unironically.
It's crazy. But hey, it happens.
Yep.
I am really glad that you enjoyed 19.5. I thought it was a really neat chapter to go, like, kind of change stuff up a bit.
Well, as I said, I think it's relevant to the band backstory in some way.
Of course.
That's my theory. Once again, it could just be a red herring, but I think you intentionally did that as a sort of, people don't really know if that story's true or not, and it's always the character involved in the fucking story that says, people say, you know, this might just be a fairy tale. Meanwhile, it's their life story in a book, you know, so I've seen that done many times before. Usually, I don't think I've ever seen it handled poorly. So if it was somehow relevant to Band's backstory or what shaped him or whatever, because he says it's, because the way he worded it, I believe, I'd have to go back and check, but he said it's a story from my childhood. Am I wrong in saying that? I'll go back and check. And once again, we both know that your use of dialogue isn't exactly
it's a little bit clunky at times.
Clunky, yeah. So let's see. Let's see. Oh, sorry. I'm my mistake. He said it's an old book that I read as a child. I was surprised to see it here and just had to buy it. And then he pauses about whether the story is good or not. And you know, so it's just like, and then he goes into the whole, well, some people think it's a fairy tale, some people think it's true. It's like, if there's something, you know, it's sort of like Little Red Riding Hood reading the story of Little Red Riding Hood, you know what I mean? And then being like, oh, do you like that story? It's like, I mean, you know.
I get what you're going for there.
Yeah. I mean, once again, that could be, I mean, that's a happy thing. Like, here's the good thing about mangas with lore, is that you can have 5 theories, right? Like, remember before we knew that Kaido was a dragon?
Right.
Actually, I made a theory video 4 years before we knew he was a dragon, and I said one of the top. That was my number two or number third theory was that he was a dragon. That was my theory. Now, granted, I didn't think it was a devil fruit dragon. I thought he was a legit dragon, and he had a devil fruit, but it wasn't a dragon devil fruit. But anyways, point is, which he doesn't actually have. He has a fish fruit, But yeah, like I remember all those theories. People saying he's a poneglyph. People saying he's an ancient giant. People saying he's an oni. All these things is like none of those would have been bad had that been confirmed by Oda. You know, like you have 5 to 10 theories from a bunch of people looking at a story, and as long as their basis is solid, you can see it and be like, that's not bad. So whether that's true or not, and whether this story goes the little 19.5 has any relevance for the rest of the series or not, it's still fun to say, well, it could.
Right.
So yeah, and it might not be overly relevant, but like I'm thinking it's a motivation for why Ban does what he does. You know, who knows?
Yeah, who knows?
But yeah,
I mean, I know, but like, who else knows? Of course, you get what I mean.
Right, exactly. Of course, you know, and you can't spoil. Then why would you want to spoil? That's just foolish.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, no, I just I'm happy that it's back, and I enjoyed the first 2 chapters release, and I'll be looking forward to the middle of March to review that chapter. That's gonna be fun.
That will be the final chapter of the Artifacts mini art, so that'd be nice.
And then we'll jump back to, I assume, Misk & Co.
Probably.
Well, that's good. Not that I don't like jumping around and seeing more of the other characters, but it's nice. Maybe it's because we were on hiatus, but where I still think we have some growing pains with the main cast. It'd be nice to see how they're interacting and getting along, so to speak, on their next mission, sort of idea. So, but yeah, no, I thought this was a solid start.
I'm glad you think so.
Yeah. Unfortunately, this is I got a lot of shit to take care of, so I'm just gonna say really quick. Is there anything else you would like to say on stream before we end the stream, and I can get to my other 900 things I got to do tonight?
No, I'm good. I have nothing else to say.
Okay, cool. Go read Miscellaneous if you haven't already, people. I don't know why you'd be in my stream if you're not reading, but go read it. That's what I'll say. So definitely check out Miscellaneous. There's multiple links, of course, in Miss Content's Discord. I'm sure there's a few in mine. Definitely follow along because it's a good series. It's a lot of fun. Don't take it too seriously. You know, sit back, enjoy the wonkiness that ensues, sort of idea.
Right.
And just try to have a good time with a fun little comic, something outside of your dark shonen and your shonen jump bullshit. You know, something to just break the mold a little bit. You know, so yeah, that's all I'm gonna say. Thank you to Ban Marsh for coming on and chatting, and yeah, so like, comment, subscribe, everyone. Don't forget the fourth and most important thing to drink responsibly, as I always do. And we will see you lovely guys and gals back here again for another exciting chapter of Miscellaneous coming out March 15th. That's going to be very exciting. I will be reviewing that chapter as well, of course, so stay tuned for that. And for all future chapters done by Band himself. So thank you everybody for watching. Definitely check out, don't forget, once again, I'm going to promote Naya's stream about Naruto, the history of Naruto, happening on Twitch later on tonight. It'll be uploaded to YouTube in the next day or so. So definitely look forward to that as well. And we'll see you guys back here next time. So, see ya.
See ya.
All
right.
There we go.